everyone, Dana here, and today I've got Cari with me from Easy German. Thanks for coming to film here in Munich with us.
Thanks for inviting us.
Of course. And you're going to be going on a tour around the US, right?
Yeah, that's true. For the first time, we'll visit schools, universities, and individual learners, like Easy German viewers, who invited us to do workshops with them.
That sounds really nice.
It's really nice.
And so Cari told me that they're going to be visiting Washington, D.C., New York, a road trip from Colorado to California. And so today I have prepared a little true or false quiz with, some interesting questions. Let's see what you know and what you can learn before your trip. And also, everyone watching this, also people in the US, see how you do on this quiz and let us know down in the comments below and be honest, how many did you get right and what did you learn? So, for New York City, and having to do with languages, true or false, 50% of New York City residents speak a language other than English at home. 50%.
50%? So it means people who are coming from other countries and born in the US, but
so
have
just
another native.
Of the residents in New York City.
False.
It is true.
Wow,
it is
really?
true. Yeah, according to the official City of New York website, that is a fact. Yeah, it's very multicultural.
I heard that like 25% of visitors to New York are Germans. Can that be true?
I have no idea. I've actually never been to New York City.
What?
Yeah,
What?
so you will be there, you'll be going there before me.
Really?
Yeah.
You're from the US and you've never been to New York? That's like being German and... No, it's not the same.
Another New York City question for you. I see you looking at my phone. Times Square was actually built on top of a huge cemetery, so there are actually bodies still decomposing there under the concrete.
True.
It is false. But, you know, the interesting thing is, Times Square was not, but many of the parks in New York City, I found from my research, were, including Washington Square Park, Madison Square Park, and Union Square Park were built on top of, cemeteries.
Does this really work out when people like relax, having fun?
I mean, you tell me. When you go, let me know. Change of location and change of location for the question.
Okay.
All right. Washington, D.C. All museums in Washington, D.C. are free.
True.
False. But to be fair, all 17 of the Smithsonian museums in D.C. and the Smithsonian's National Zoo are free.
That's what I read,
yeah.
So I thought it could be true.
But then there are some other museums that you have to pay to get into. The National Mall in Washington, D.C. is the largest mall on the east coast of the U.S. and even has an S. Oliver in it, a German brand, right?
What a question. True.
It is false. But here's the thing. I didn't play very fair because the National Mall is not a shopping mall. The National Mall is this.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks.
It's a huge open area of land that spans between the Capitol building and the Lincoln Memorial. So it's this huge open area, and there's just a lot of stuff to see there. So all the tourists and visitors and locals go there as well. So it's not a shopping mall.
So it's like trick questions, Dana, right?
I'm sorry, I'm tricking you. Okay. But the thing is, when I did another video with Trixie from Don't Trust the Rabbit, she got them all right. They were all too easy. So I had to kind of step up my game now. So
I'll end
I'm
up
sorry.
with 10 questions wrong.
But so much information, so much knowledge, you know, to take with you to the U.S. You'll be starting your road trip in Colorado.
True.
So, something about Colorado. Colorado is home to over 1,000 official breweries.
I'll be wrong again. I'll say false.
You are right. Yeah. Congratulations. You are right.
1,000 is a bit much.
Yeah, Colorado is known for its breweries. They do actually have a lot. From what I could find, Colorado is home to over 200 official breweries, but not 1,000. But
Nice.
still,
German breweries?
no, American. There are a lot of also micro breweries there.
Yeah.
So all kinds of, yeah. Oh, so coming on to the next question,
Yeah.
as far as the breweries in Colorado go, there are some really interesting names for these breweries. You know, there are a lot, so people get a little creative with the names. True or false, there is a brewery in Colorado called Verboten Brewing.
Verboten Brewing?
Yeah, well, brewing, like the English
Verboten
word.
Brewing.
Yeah, Verboten Brewing.
And it's exactly like this combination of German and English.
Yeah.
Verboten Brewing.
Exactly.
Okay, true.
True, you're right. There is a place in Colorado, Verboten Brewing, and they got their name because they do not follow the German beer purity law. They put all sorts of stuff in their beer, spices and fruits and just whatever they want. So that's why it's Verboten.
Does that sell in America?
They seem to be doing fine. They're still open. All right, jumping back to New York City for a second. The Statue of Liberty is actually a lighthouse. Yeah, you thought I was going to say something else. I told her one of the questions, but then I changed it. So the Statue of Liberty is actually a lighthouse.
True.
False. But you're not that far off. It actually was at the beginning for a few years used as a lighthouse, but now it
So
is
it's
not.
right.
We'll give you half a credit. Depending on where your road trip from Colorado to California takes you, you might drive through Arizona. So if you drive through Arizona, here's a question for that. In Arizona, is the original London Bridge from London?
Damn it. Your questions are good.
Yeah, is truth
Okay,
stranger than
it's
fiction?
like true.
True.
Yeah?
It is true. Yeah.
Because it's so crazy you couldn't make that up.
In the 1960s,
Yeah.
this guy, Robert P. McCulloch, he wanted the bridge for his development that he had. He owned some land and he wanted the bridge as kind of an attraction. And so he bought the London Bridge and dismantled it in London and rebuilt it in Arizona. And now there is some confusion because sometimes people think the London Bridge, they think Tower Bridge, but no, it's a different bridge. It's called the London Bridge, and it's not exactly as exciting as Tower Bridge. It's just kind of looks like a bridge, but yeah.
Just looks like a bridge.
It looks like a bridge. If your road trip takes you through Utah, you could stop and see a huge art installation of a bunch of semi-trucks, so LKW, trucks, in the earth, so the long way, so that they're really standing with the head in the earth and the whole truck coming up out in the formation of a square.
So they are standing on the
front.
on the front.
Yeah. So the whole truck is
on
up
the
in the
screen,
air.
on the windscreen.
Yeah, exactly, on the windshield.
On the windshield.
Yeah, true or false?
False.
You are right. It is false. You got me. But I got this also from something that is real. Cadillac Ranch in Texas is a bunch of Cadillacs, just as I described, so that the front of the car is in the earth and they're in a long row formation. And yeah, it's an art installation.
Who would buy Cadillacs and stick it in?
It was an art installation. And now they're all spray painted, brightly colored. Okay. And there is a similar one in Florida done with the Airstream RVs.
Still, it's not trucks.
It's not trucks. No, so you were correct. You got it. California is known for having some pretty huge trees. Yes?
True.
True. Yeah, good job. That wasn't the question though. All right, so true or false? The largest tree in the world is in California.
False.
True. It is. It's called the General Sherman tree in Sequoia National Park. Is believed to be the largest by volume tree in the whole world. At the ground, the circumference of the tree is 31 meters.
So you would need maybe 15 people if you have like 2 meters
A
each.
lot of people. Yeah. Final question. In Southern California, there is a yearly Marilyn Monroe parade where thousands of people, men and women, dress up like Marilyn Monroe.
True.
False. I just totally made it up. There's nothing. I mean, if there is that, I don't know, but I just made it up.
Why not?
It would be wonderful,
why not?
Right? Yeah. So, people of California, maybe an idea.
There's so many parades that you would never
I know.
think if they are
But that one
necessary,
I
but they are there, you know.
Exactly. Sorry. I got you with that one. Okay, but I had so much fun. Thank you so much for answering my questions and playing along. I hope that you all learned something as well. Please let us know down below, how did you do on this quiz? Did you get the answers right, wrong? Did you learn something new? And what other tips and information do you have for Cari on their trip through the US?
We'll be happy about any idea.
And also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to go over and check out the Easy German YouTube channel. All links down below, where we will also be doing a quiz, right?
Exactly, and the video will also come out today. So if you want to see how Dana does in my German quiz, you should check out the Easy German channel and see also how people in Munich answered the questions.
Exactly, we're going to go around Munich, and not only will I answer the questions, but also the people of Munich. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And also, like I said, be sure to go over and check out the Easy German YouTube channel. And for more photos and other short video clips, you can check me out over here on my Twitter and my Facebook page. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen!
Wahr oder falsch? Deutschland ist das Land mit dem höchsten Bierkonsum der Welt.
Falsch. Ich würde sagen, Tschechien.
Verdammt, ja, weil du in Tschechien warst, du weißt du das.
Yeah. All you have to do is when I say auf Wiedersehen, you can say it too.
Auf Wiedersehen!
That's all you have to say, exactly. Just be ready for that.
50-50, I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're doing, well, not too great, but also not too bad.
Stefan said I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, okay, you are. Yeah, you're doing really good, Cari. And remember, it's all about the knowledge that you gain from this.
I'm taking home.
Right, exactly. What you can take away. Hey everyone, Dana here, and today Cari from Easy Languages is visiting us here in I almost said Germany. She's visiting us in Germany today. And
these people with a giant pretzel.
I wonder what they're going to do with that. I'm not going to eat it. It's a blow-up pretzel.